Imagine losing $220 million because of one simple mistake. Welcome to 3x3 Finance, where we break down the craziest financial stories and the money lessons you need to know. Today, you're going to hear about one of the most painful financial mistakes in history, a man who lost a fortune in Bitcoin simply because he forgot his password. Think about that for a second. Not a scam, not a bad investment, not a market crash, just a single forgotten password that cost him more money than most people will ever see in their lifetime. And here's the worst part. He had only 2 chances left before his money would be gone forever. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know how he earned millions in Bitcoin, the exact moment he realized he was locked out, and the desperate measures he took to try and recover his fortune. And most importantly, you'll learn how to never make a financial mistake this costly. Let's get into it. Can you imagine making millions of dollars just by being early on an investment? It sounds like a dream, right? That's exactly what happened to Stefan Thomas, a programmer from Germany who got involved with Bitcoin back in 2011, long before it was mainstream. At the time, Bitcoin was worth just a few dollars per coin. People laughed at it. They called it a scam, a joke, or just a fad. Even financial experts dismissed it, saying it would never replace real money. But Stefan, he saw the potential. He believed in the technology and its future. One day he did some work for an early Bitcoin enthusiast who offered to pay him in Bitcoin instead of cash. Stefan agreed and received 7,002 Bitcoins as payment. At the time, those coins were worth only around $2,000. Not bad, but definitely not life-changing. It was just a modest sum. Since Bitcoin was still relatively unknown, Stefan didn't take it too seriously. Like many early adopters, he stored his Bitcoin on a secure hard drive called an IronKey, a device designed to keep sensitive information safe with top-tier encryption. And here's where the first mistake happened. Because Bitcoin wasn't widely used yet, he wrote the password down on a piece of paper, tossed it aside, and moved on with his life. Fast forward a few years, Bitcoin exploded in value. By 2013, each Bitcoin was worth over $1,000. By 2017, Bitcoin soared to $20,000 per coin, and in 2021, Bitcoin hit an all-time high of over $60,000 per coin. That's when Stefan realized he was sitting on a gold mine. His 7,002 Bitcoins were now worth more than $220 million. A life-changing fortune that could set him up for generations. There was just one problem. When Stefan finally went to access his Bitcoin wallet, he froze. His heart pounded as he stared at the screen. He tried typing in his password. It didn't work. He tried another. Still wrong. Panic started creeping in. His mind raced through possibilities. He checked old notebooks, sticky notes, even random scraps of paper around his house, hoping to find the forgotten password. Nothing. It was as if it had vanished. The IronKey only allows 10 password attempts. Each failed attempt brought him closer to disaster. After the 10th incorrect attempt, the hard drive permanently encrypts itself, making the data inside completely unrecoverable forever. No second chances. At this point, he had already used 8 attempts. The margin for error was razor thin. That meant he only had 2 chances left before his $220 million fortune would be lost forever. The stakes couldn't be higher. Can you imagine the anxiety, the pressure? It was almost unbearable. One wrong move and that money was gone. Forever. His mind started racing. What could he do? Did he ever back it up? Was there a hidden clue somewhere? Could he remember the password if he just thought hard enough? He tried to recall every detail. What if he had written it down somewhere random and thrown it away? The thought was terrifying. This wasn't just a simple forgotten password, it was a potential financial catastrophe. This was a mistake worth hundreds of millions of dollars. The weight of it was crushing. And here's something even crazier. Stefan is not alone. Many others share his plight. Studies estimate that nearly 20% of all Bitcoin, worth billions of dollars, is lost forever due to forgotten passwords and lost wallets. Think about that. It's mind-boggling. How many people are sitting on fortunes they can never access? The number is staggering. Now here's where things get really interesting. With only 2 chances left, Stefan knew he had to be extremely careful. The stakes were incredibly high, and one wrong move could cost him everything. He tried everything to recover his password, exhausting every possible avenue he could think of. He went through old hard drives, email accounts, cloud backups, even handwritten notes from over a decade ago, hoping for any clue that could unlock his Bitcoin wallet. Every scrap of paper was scrutinized. He even hired security experts and hackers, offering them millions of dollars if they could help him crack the encrypted drive. The reward was tempting, but the task was daunting. Some suggested using supercomputers to try and brute force the password, but it would take hundreds of years to crack. Time was not on his side. Others recommended trying to physically break into the Iron Key drive, but experts warned him that one wrong move could permanently destroy the data inside. The risk was too great. At one point he even considered hypnosis, thinking that maybe he could unlock a hidden memory and recall the forgotten password, but nothing worked. Every attempt ended in frustration. To this day, his bitcoins remain locked away, completely out of reach. His last 2 password attempts are still unused, and he has accepted that he may never recover his fortune. The realization is a heavy burden to bear. Can you imagine living with that, knowing that you had the money but could never use it? The frustration and regret would be overwhelming. If you like stories like this, make sure to subscribe to 3x3 Finance so you never miss another insane money lesson. This story isn't just a crazy financial tragedy, it's also a lesson in protecting your wealth. Here's what you should take away from this. Always back up your financial data. Store important passwords in multiple secure locations to prevent losing access to your money. Take financial security seriously. Hackers, lost passwords, and forgotten logins happen all the time. Protect your financial accounts with backups and redundancies. Don't ignore opportunities. Stefan got his Bitcoin when it was worth pennies. Many people ignored Bitcoin, calling it a fad. Today it has created thousands of millionaires. Keep an open mind about investments. Now let's look ahead. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are here to stay, and their future looks promising. But as they grow in value and importance, so does the need for better security measures. Emerging technologies like quantum computing and advanced encryption methods are poised to revolutionize how we protect our digital assets. These advancements could make it significantly harder for hackers to exploit vulnerabilities, giving us more peace of mind. But technology alone isn't enough. We need to learn from past mistakes. Stefan Thomas's story is a stark reminder of the importance of securing our digital assets. As cryptocurrencies become more integrated into our financial systems, the lessons we've learned will be crucial for safeguarding our wealth. So, stay informed about the latest developments in cryptocurrency security. Use multi-factor authentication, hardware wallets, and always keep your backup methods up to date. The future of Bitcoin and digital assets is bright, but only if we take the necessary steps to protect them. And remember, the best way to secure your financial future is to stay educated and proactive. Now, let's move on to some final thoughts. One tiny mistake cost Stefan Thomas $220 million. How many people miss out on life-changing wealth because they ignore financial security, make careless mistakes, or fail to prepare? If there's one thing you take away from this video, let it be this. Take your financial future seriously, and before you go, subscribe to 3x3 Finance and give this video a thumbs up. Let's make sure you never make a money mistake this big. Remember, taking small steps today can prevent huge losses tomorrow. Secure your digital assets and stay informed.